Saturday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Saturday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Saturday. Saturday, bring it on.
Acura's all-new ADX, a compact SUV that isn't just built for one thing, it's precision-crafted for everything. To escape the grind with available all-wheel drive. To go with your flow with available Google built-in.
Hey Google, turn it up.
Okay, turning up the volume. And crafted to be heard with an available Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. The all-new Acura ADX, crafted to match your energy. Acura, precision-crafted performance.
Take your vibes and go, 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 go.
Google is a trademark of Google LLC.
This episode is brought to you by Temptations Cat Treats. Your cat will come running for the perfectly irresistible Temptations Creamy Puree and Temptations Lickable Spoon Cat Treats. The best time to feed lickable cat treats to your cat is anytime. Feed by hand for a playful moment, in a bowl for a creamy treat, or as a topper to make mealtime fun. Visit TemptationsTreats.com to learn more.
Hi, here's your report.
Thanks, Jane. I wish I could hire a whole team of yous.
Try posting a job on LinkedIn. It's the world's largest professional network. Unlike resumes, LinkedIn gives a real-time view into a candidate's skills, experiences, and more.
Huh, let's do it. You're irreplaceable, Jane, but another you would be great.
Find your perfect match with LinkedIn. Post your free job at linkedin.com/achieve. That's linkedin.com/achieve. Terms and conditions apply.
Get ready for Netflix's gripping new medical drama, Pulse. Set in a cutting-edge Miami trauma center, third-year resident Dr. Danny Sims is unexpectedly thrust into a promotion when beloved chief resident Dr. Xander Phillips gets suspended. Then, with the emotional and physical stakes at their highest, a storm will push the hospital and its residents to their limits. Witness how life can change in a heartbeat when you're operating under pressure. Watch Pulse April 3rd, only on Netflix.
Football has to be aesthetically pleasing, not a good game, not legal or best for teams. It's just got to look good on TV. This is the Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is, covering news, notes, and opinions on your favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm your host, Phil Stiefel. You can find me every morning hosting Trending in the AM on the STT Sports Network. I got today's episode linked below, so you can click on that, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and tune in and have your opinions on these topics and more heard. This year, though, the Eagles Checkdown is on the Eagles Pinpoll Podcast Network. And guys, the league meetings are going on, and we have the official announcement on the vote for the Tush Push and whether it will be legal in 2025. And the official answer is, well, we're going to table that discussion till May. What that means is the league decided not to vote on a rule change because the league saw that they didn't have enough votes to ban it. So they're just going to continue to investigate it and discuss it and try to bribe / sway a couple that no, we shouldn't ban it to yeses, we should ban it. Hilarious. Falcon CEO, competition committee co-chair, Rich McKay, literally stood at a podium on Tuesday and said, I quote, "It's not about health and safety. It's about the play. It's about the aesthetics of the play," end quote. So literally he admitted on a podium in front of the world that the reason why people are trying to ban it is because it doesn't look good on TV. I got to just tell you, Rich McKay sounded like a big dope and idiot up there saying that. You want to say it's health and safety, player safety? Sure. You don't really care about player safety, not with Thursday night football games, Thursday night flex football games now, trying to increase the number of kickoff returns, which is one of the most dangerous plays in football. No. But we're gonna say it's health and safety on the Tush Push, but now we're gonna say it's not aesthetically pleasing. We discussed this on Trending in the AM on Tuesday as well, that the league doesn't care about anything. Us fans, the players, the teams. The league cares about two things. This was discussed on Training the AM. and pretty much everybody listening on the show commented that they agreed. The NFL cares about two things: the next TV contracts and the current ones, and pleasing the TV executives to pay billions of dollars to put the games on TV, and they care about the sports books that spend billions of dollars advertising on TV and in these games. So it has nothing to do with player safety, and at least Rich McKay, Falcon CEO, competition co-chair, committee guy, at least admitted it, that it's not about that. Because, yeah, it's not cool for betting. It's not cool on TV. It's not cool to the casual fan. Well, you want to call it a rugby play. Here I am right now saying, Nick Sirianni, I want you to run a play, week 1 of the NFL season, with Jordan Mailata as your running back, Mr. Rugby player, and put Jordan Davis back there as a fullback. Let's talk about some rugby plays, and let's see what the league does about that. Other rule changes. Because I'm really pissed off about it being an aesthetically, I can't even say the word, aesthetically pleasing play to the eye. They have changed the overtime rule. Both teams are guaranteed one possession in overtime. They did not change it to 15 minutes as Detroit won it. It's staying as a 10-minute overtime, but both teams get one. Kickoffs now. If there's a touchback on a kickoff, it is moving to the 35-yard line. It had already been moved up to the 30. Now it's the 35-yard line to help increase less touchbacks and more returns. Because, player safety matters, but yet we tried to make kickoffs more safer. Now we're trying to increase the amount of kickoffs, so that's that. Weird one here, the tampering window. We all know free agency starts on X date, but 2 days before it's the legal tampering period. Up to this point, legal tampering was only allowed between the teams and agents. You weren't allowed to communicate or talk to the players as GMs, owners of football teams. The league is now going to allow you to have phone calls or video calls with up to 5 players in that legal tampering period. So, something interesting there. Didn't even know that one was on the board. And they have expanded replay on fouls, so like personal fouls and stuff like that, and late hits on the quarterback and stuff like that. I got to dive into, there's a lot of language in that change. I got to dive into that a little bit more. We'll get into that as the offseason continues to roll around. You're not going to be able to challenge plays, though, that didn't get called, but fouls that were called, they're going to allow to be replayed, so that's good. And obviously, first downs now are going to be digitally monitored, not the chain gang. The chain gang will still be out there, but they'll just be backups. It's going to be all digitalized now, which that's obviously something that should happen. We should be digitalizing a lot in sports right now. Balls and strikes, the ABS system should be in play. Side note. So that's the information league-wide from the NFL league meetings. I do want to touch on, I haven't really had a chance to get into a lot of stuff here, but Dallas Goedert has been talked about now by Howie Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie, and Nick Sirianni now. And it does sound like we are getting closer and closer to the fact that Dallas Goedert might not be on this team. His cap hit in 2025 is going to be almost $12 million. And if he's staying on the team with the current contract, it's a $23 million cap hit in 2026. So they're going to have to renegotiate or trade or cut Dallas Goedert. My opinion, this casual fan here that's talking, that you're listening to right now, thinks that Dallas Goedert will either be traded on draft night 2, draft night 3, or will be traded after the draft once teams that wanted a tight end from this deep, tight end class, they miss out on the guy they wanted. All right, now maybe we will spring and sign or trade for Dallas Goedert now. I think that's how it plays out. You're not going to go into 2025 with Dallas Goedert on his current contract, and you probably can't afford to give him much more of an extension or renegotiation there anyway. So that's how I see that. Guys, tune in to Trending in the AM at 8 a.m. live, taking your thoughts and opinions. Interesting topic I've got planned for today. On top of these things, we're going to talk about Nick Sirianni and how he's gone from the hot seat to Super Bowl champion head coach, and how he got there, and how 1 year has changed so much of the Nick Sirianni conversation. So make sure you tune in there, and make sure you tune in here every single morning to the Eagles Checkdown on the Eagles Pinpoll Podcast Network. Guys, go Birds! Click subscribe down below. Bubbles up.
TaxAct knows small business owners can sometimes use a little help with their taxes. That's why TaxAct has Expert Assist, a team of live tax experts ready to answer any questions you may have. Think of them as your own personal sidekick. Not like one of those funny talking animal sidekicks, more like the super smart nerding out on tax code and business casual attire sidekick, but just as helpful and lovable. TaxAct. Let's get them over with.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. It's tax season, and we're all a bit tired of numbers. But here's one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now here's a good number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it. Guaranteed. Save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Last week was our first playoff game, and my plaque psoriasis was so itchy under all my gear. Sometimes just thinking about scratching could take me out of the moment. And then my doctor told me I could get clearer skin with a pill called Otezla.
Otezla apremilast is a prescription medicine used to treat adult patients with plaque psoriasis for whom phototherapy or systemic therapy is appropriate. Otezla can help you get clearer skin after just 4 months.
Okay, ready for the next game. Talking to my doctor about a pill was a total game changer.
Don't use Otezla if you're allergic to it. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Severe diarrhea, nausea or vomiting, depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss can happen. Tell your doctor if any of these occur and if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts. Live in the moment. Ask your doctor about Otezla. Call 1-844-4-OTEZLA or visit Otezla.com for prescribing info about cost, and more.
So good, so good, so good.
Just in and so good. Thousands of spring finds up to 70% off are at Nordstrom Rack stores now. And that means thousands of fresh reasons to rack.
How did I not know Rack has Adidas?
Vince, Calvin Klein, Rag & Bone?
Obsessed.
Why do we rack? For the hottest deals.
Save on Madewell, Kate Spade New York, Sam Edelman, Joe's, and more. Great brands, great prices. That's why you rack.